Good morning, Callie.
Good morning.
We're on the radio right now. We saved you for a little bit later in the show when kids are in school. Not that this is like gross or vulgar or anything. It's a little bit more adult, but I think that adulting is a thing.
Yeah.
And being, like sex is a thing.
Oh.
So tell me a little bit about what you wanted to. This is like a public service announcement. Callie, it's all you. Take it away.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like it's my duty to remind people of the situation, and thank you for allowing me
Of course.
to do a public service announcement. I met the perfect guy. Everything was going really great. We were dating for a while. Then things started to go to the next step, and we turned things to the bedroom. And the thing is about this perfect guy is that he doesn't talk or make any noise during sex.
Oh,
Okay.
he's just silent entirely?
I mean, yeah, like not even a gentle word,
Does his breath quicken? I mean, at least if you like,
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a human.
okay. All right. Because I've been with, there was one girlfriend I had that her breath didn't even quicken. And I'm like, whoa, this is like, and she was a willing participant, but it was absolutely boring and awful because there was no reaction at all. And I'm trying everything. I got out my lucky rabbit's foot.
Yeah.
You did.
I got a spatula. I got a whisk.
Yeah, you're reciting like speeches and
I'm doing all kinds of stuff.
yeah,
No reaction.
4-7. Nope.
Right, nothing was working. So what's going on? Is he just like got his eyes closed, or is he? What's going on?
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, the actions were lovely. You know what I'm saying? He was good at what he does, but there's just no noise. Like, the breath quickens, but there's no conversation. There's no detailed explanation of the next action or.
Like, I'm going to blanka, blanka, blanka. Oh, yeah. Turn around because I'm going to blanka, blanka, blanka.
I don't know if I need a detailed explanation.
Yeah, that's weird.
But I would
Preview?
like a few,
Like moan.
yeah, now I want this.
Now
you know?
imagine
It's like,
Dave doing a radio tease like coming up.
You know what I'm going to do next? I'm going to blanka, blanka, blanka.
Find out after this song.
Here's the
right.
tease, yeah.
Right after the latest from Miles Smith. So have you said
Okay.
anything to him? You said something? I mean, do you try to talk and be vocal during the whole thing?
Oh, I've tried
No.
so many times to kind of like shift the conversation to a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does he-
Go ahead, Vaughn.
Does he respond to you when you ask or say anything?
He gives minimal responses. Sometimes it's like a quiet, closed mouth giggle of like,
Oh, weird.
like a
like you're like, do you like this? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Or it's like a and you're like, okay, well, like, really? Are you sure?
I'm going to try to speak on behalf of him. What if he's doing this, or I guess not doing it, because he wants you to enjoy it? He wants to hear you talk and make noise and show that you're appreciating and enjoying
Wasn't
sex.
that a part of it? Is if he makes sounds, then you know that he's enjoying it?
I guess, but I'm saying for her, like he's not making any noise because he wants her to make the noise.
That's a lot.
But he knows that I would enjoy hearing from him.
Mhm.
Just check in. You know what I mean? Like, you could be focused on me and all that, and I appreciate you.
Maybe
for
he's just
that.
concentrating so hard. It could be that he's concentrating so hard on not finishing early, and I'm kind of like not making that up because that can be a thing. It's like you got to think about baseball. You got to think about. We used to say, picture Crisco naked on the toilet eating a bucket of chicken.
Lord.
And so if you're trying not to finish early, picture Crisco naked on the toilet eating a
Oh
bucket
my
of chicken.
gosh.
And so we actually took a
Hot.
picture of him naked on the toilet one time, eating a bucket of chicken. So if you thought you were going to finish early, then picture that, and that will grind everything to a halt
And stop it entirely.
and stop it entirely.
Like,
yeah.
well, sorry.
I mean, I think people are, that's the thing about the lovin' is everybody is like, it's kind of like going to a different restaurant. You know, it's like some are really loud and festive. Some are very quiet and romantic. Some are really quick and easy in and out. Some are,
Yep.
you sit and enjoy the experience. Sometimes there's a band.
A
Once
band?
in a while, they have trivia.
Mariachi.
You're not trying to, like, go to the library for lunch, though.
Yeah.
Snaps, lady, snaps.
I mean, maybe he's just not used to doing that. Maybe in his past, that wasn't the vibe with him and whoever else he was with. So he's just not used to doing that stuff. And maybe he's uncomfortable with it.
I don't want to speak for Callie, but I will speak for myself and say that like women enjoy noise. We like it just as much as like somebody else might enjoying
I'm not trying to be salacious. What
Yeah.
kind of noise are you talking about?
anything like
Grunts, groans.
yeah.
Yes.
All of that. If you say something like, not like the pooping
Wow.
groan.
That is so hot, Dave.
Yeah. No,
Ah.
I would say no to all of that. That might throw off the rhythm of the experience. But yeah, like your little moans, your, oh, do you like this? Like, you don't have to be a filthy, dirty talker, but you could ask a couple, like, do you like this? Like, or I love it when you do that. That's sexy and it's hot and it is so much more
Yes.
pleasurable for a woman when you know that they're just as into it as you are.
When you're narrating everything?
Not
No,
narrating.
not narrating, just making some kind of sound. I can imagine just like it's so quiet and all you hear is like ear.
That's like, honestly, I feel like someone who doesn't make sound during sex is someone who is like lacking experience, because I feel like that reminds me of like my beginning years where you just didn't really know what you were supposed to be doing, you know, like which leg goes where and stuff. And you're like, I don't know, maybe this works. And then weird noises happen and you're like, ooh, and it gets awkward.
But why is that a problem? If
Why
he's
is what a
lacking
problem?
experience, like, oh, go ahead.
I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying that we're trying to teach people that
Yeah.
you should make some noises.
Callie's
So,
making a public service announcement here.
yeah, it's not a
So
problem if you
I'm
don't have experience.
Legitimately saying that it is a problem. It bouncing back to the concept of like it could seem like it's your I guess your sexual naivete, and bouncing back into the maybe he's trying to keep himself from
Yeah.
arriving to the end as soon as possible.
Yeah.
That does go into a lack of experience. If you can't control yourself, that's one thing. And then with the silence, I don't need you to tell me or narrate everything, but I need a little positive reinforcement that what I'm doing is working for you. Because if it's not working and you're not telling me, how am I supposed to know?
Yeah, you're spending 10
Bottom line
minutes
here.
doing something and
that-
you're getting nothing in return,
Yeah.
like just silence.
What's the point?
No.
Why am I here?
Be like, goodbye.
Right?
You know what? I think that it's kind of like it goes back to everybody's different. Everybody's a little bit different. Some people are like, you know, sometimes you have neighbors that are like screaming and your walls are shaking. And other times people just don't. They're just quiet.
Well, I
Yeah.
think
You know,
she's
maybe
just
that's
kinda
just- and-
challenging those quiet people to maybe make a sound every once in a while.
You think Alyssa would get mad if I made my
did.
signature noise
Oh my
during
gosh.
sex?
I would come over there and slap you for her if you did that. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to be in that room. But-
There's a lot of guys. I think it's a lot of men texting. By the way, if you just turn the radio on, we're not trying to be dirty or gross or anything, but we're talking. Is it Callie?
yes,
Yes.
Callie.
And Callie's talking about how her man doesn't make any noise or talk during the lovin'. And there's a lot of guys that are texting, several guys that have said he's concentrating on not arriving at the finish line too soon. And I think that might be it. I don't know. I mean, if you're still new at this, and it sounds like you are, when you're new with a new partner, a lot of the time that's sometimes difficult to do because you're so excited to be with somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way it is.
And I get that. And I think that there are some people out there who want to like have their escapades go for like 30 minutes. But personally, it's not that big of a deal if you do go early. I
Yeah.
would enjoy
But men are
hearing you.
conditioned that they like, oh, yeah, he was like, he was on and off. He was like, like,
Well,
a,
if
like
you're-
a minute man.
I mean,
Oh, Lord.
even a minute isn't that bad in my eyes, and I know I can't speak for all women, but I'm just
Really?
saying that I would much rather have the entire experience as a whole be very enjoyable and short versus it being awkward and long. That's how I would
Agreed.
feel.
Can I sign up for enjoyable and long?
I don't know.
You
that.
can, but I think that that is a skill you acquire over some time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dirty boy.
Callie, so there's your public service to guys. But I'm going to put a little caveat on that, a little asterisk that says maybe some women like it when it's quiet. We do have text messages at KDWB1. This woman says, I disagree. It's all personal preference. I prefer no noise. Not all women like noise. Jenny brings in one of those party whistles that you blow into it and uncurls.
Yeah.
So she's like, hands it to the guy, and she's like, okay, whenever things are going well.
Blow on this.
That's what I like to do. I do. I like to keep it exciting. Hey,
You
like I
blow
said,
on
I
this?
can't speak for all women. Everyone has their own preferences. I just think that a lot of people feel better hearing that their partner is enjoying it as well as you are enjoying it yourself. So I think that does involve noise, at least a little bit. It doesn't have to be like what you see on the Pjorns.
No.
Okay, that's too much. Okay, there is also a limit of the noise.
Well, it's interesting because
yeah, what do you got?
I know that Jenny likes it when a guy brings a vuvuzela
Ooh,
into,
a vuvuzela.
into the bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Did Andrew tell you this?
Yeah.
God,
so-
I told him to keep that to himself.
Now we all know. Us and the
Just so you know, things are going well. Oh, Andrew got out his vuvuzela.
That's all it was. Like I said,
Short.
short and enjoyable.
Short.
Callie, thanks for talking to us. I appreciate it.